Hello, everyone. My name is Yvette Quadros Evangelista, and I am the Associate Curator for School Programs and Early Learnings. And I am excited to be here with you today to present a few works from the AGIOS collection. Even though we are in this virtual space, I'd like to take a moment to read out a land acknowledgement. The land the AGIO is on is Mississauga Anishinaabe Territory, Mississauga. It is also governed by a treaty between the Mississauga of the Credit and the Canadian government. Toronto is Mississauga Anishinaabe territory. It has also been occupied by other Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee, and Wendat confederacies. I, as a settler, am grateful to live and work on this land. Recognizing this in a meaningful way means making commitments to sharing and upholding responsibilities to all who live on these lands and to the land itself. What I'd like to share with you today are two photographs from the AGIOS collection. With these photographs, I'm thinking about connections to soul peppers around the world in 80 plays, titled Hayavadana by Girish Karan. The play's director, Miriam Fernandez, shares that the play is inspired by an 11th century Indian myth. The play weaves in stories of magic and mythology and love, and all these that intertwine into a narrative. Now, here with these photographs, probably one of the most recognizable architectural structures in the world, the Taj Mahal, also tells a story of boundless love. And for me, I've always had a certain fascination with this. The photograph in the AGIOS collection is taken by Samuel Bourne, who is a British photographer known for his work in India. His ethnographic portraits and landscape photographs of India and the Himalayas under British rule, or what was then known as the British Raj, were extensive. And by the time he had returned to England, he had made approximately 2,200 images. His ability to create while traveling placed him among the best known 19th century European photographers. He used a wet plate collodion process. It was an early photographic process that was quite complicated and laborious, particularly for a travel photographer. Regarded as many as the best example of Mughal architecture, the Taj Mahal is a marble structure on the southern banks of the Yamuna River in Agra. Mughal buildings were typically constructed to have a uniform pattern in terms of structure and character, including large bulbous domes, slender minarets at the corners, calligraphic inscriptions, and iwans, which are vaulted spaces that are walled on three sides, and with one side that is entirely open. It also included decorative Jali lattice screens. Typically, monumental buildings were surrounded by immense gardenscapes, and the Taj Mahal was no different. In the second photograph, written in cursive on the photograph itself, is the Taj Agra from the fountain. But if you look closely in very faint writing at the top of the photograph, you will notice Shah Jahan. And I'd like to turn my camera over so that I can make a quick sketch of this fascinating structure as I think about the mystery and the myth that's tied in to this idea of the Black Taj. Now, for me, that story picks up with the cursive writing in the second photograph, where you see Shah Jahan written on top of the photograph. The Taj Mahal was this mausoleum built by the emperor for his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal. His relationship with Mumtaz Mahal has been heavily adapted into Indian art, um, literature, as well as cinema. And it is written that Arjuman Banu Begum, whose regal name is Mumtaz Mahal, was a politically astute woman and served as a crucial advisor and confidant to her husband. Mumtaz Mahal dies at the age of 38 during childbirth. Historians say that Shah Jahan was paralyzed with grief. Her death had a profound impact on Shah Jahan's personality and inspired the construction of the Taj Mahal, where she was later reburied. Now, there's a long-standing myth that holds that Shah Jahan had planned a mausoleum to be built in black marble across the Yamuna River. And the idea originates from kind of fanciful writings of a European traveler, Traveni, who visited Agra in 1665. It was suggested that Shah Jahan's son, Aurangzeb, overthrew Shah Jahan before it could be built. And stories and myths of this ruins of blackened marble across the river in the Mehta Bagh seem to kind of support this legend, only, however, to discover excavations that happened in 1990s that they were only discolored white stones that had turned black. It was more likely that the origins of the myth of the Black Mausoleum were the result of dark reflections of the White Mausoleum in part of the pool that was reconstructed in the Mehta Bagh. For now, I can just imagine kind of a towering structure of black marble on the other side of the Yamuna, kind of standing in perfect harmony as the symbol of eternal love. Thank you kindly for joining me today, and we hope you enjoy the play. Bye.